has been the key to landing me the opportunities that I have now, and I'm so thankful for that. So if you are on the fence about whether or not you want to get a medical assistant certification or not, I have had plenty of jobs. As somebody who used to job hop a lot, because I used to be Mrs. As soon as I don't like something, I'm gonna quit a job. That's how I used to be. Not anymore. Growth. I've been out there in the job market a few times, okay? Especially in the past 2 to 3 years. I'd say I've been in the job market a lot. And let me tell you, as somebody who has been working in healthcare in some capacity since she was in high school, the one thing out of all the healthcare experience on my resume, the one thing that people ask about the most is my time as a medical assistant. And I wasn't even a medical assistant for a long time. I was only a medical assistant for a few months. But that little bit of experience as a medical assistant has, in a way, carried me through into these larger roles. There are a lot of people, especially in the healthcare setting, who may look down on you for being a medical assistant or a CNA, or they may talk about you, or they may say you're just a medical assistant. I hate that word. You're just a medical assistant. That actually carries a lot more weight than you think. No, it's not a physician. No, it's not a nurse. But nonetheless, you spend a lot of time with the patient, and you are very hands-on, and employers like that. And if you are somebody who's looking to get that experience in a healthcare setting, medical assisting is a great place to start. Medical assisting is a great place to get a foundation in healthcare, especially if you are just starting out in healthcare and you just want to learn anything that you can. Medical assisting is a great place to start. Why? Because you get an introduction into clinical work. You get an introduction into admin work, which can be very beneficial to you if you want to go on to get a bachelor's or a master's in healthcare administration. You get an introduction into insurance, the way that billing works. In the moment, it may not feel like the work that you're doing is super important, but things you learn as a medical assistant will be very, very valuable to you as you grow in your health career. And that is the reason why so many employers spend so much time speaking to me about my medical assistant experience. Yes, you start off with these small roles. You start off with these small responsibilities in the beginning, but the more that you learn and the more your physicians and your nurses start to trust you with more and more tasks, the more multifaceted you become and the more diverse you become as a medical assistant. This is a certification that you can take with you anywhere. Obviously, sometimes things will differ from state to state, but regardless, this is a certification that can really help you if you move somewhere or you get in a bind. Maybe you get laid off from your job or something and you just need something in the meantime. That medical assistant certification will always be there, and it's something that you can always go back to. And it's a great time to be a medical assistant, you guys. They are very few and in between. And I know it seems like a lot of people are becoming medical assistants, but really, medical assistants hop from job to job so much because they know there's so many opportunities out there for them. There's so many opportunities to go to another clinic and make more money. Medical assistants are in need right now, you guys. So that certification is just perfect for you to have, just kind of like in your back pocket. Even if it isn't your end-all be-all, it's nice to have in your back pocket just in case something happens or something falls through with school or with your job, to the point to where you can tap back into that and go be a medical assistant. Regardless of what area that you live in, medical assistants are going to be needed. Switching over into a healthcare administration point of view, becoming a medical assistant can be great for you because I'm seeing a lot of healthcare administration jobs that are requiring clinical experience. And yes, there are going to be some jobs that are going to prefer a nurse or a doctor, but don't sell yourself short because a lot of people will accept medical assisting as clinical work. So if you want a career in healthcare administration, don't necessarily count out medical assisting just because there's clinical work involved. You want the people who are running a hospital to, yes, have business knowledge, but you also want them to have knowledge of what goes on the floor. You want somebody who's able to relate to your nurses and your physicians and all of your staff that are patient facing. You want somebody who understands. That medical assistant certification, since I got it and since I had that first job during COVID, that is the experience. Even though it was only a few months, that was the experience that has carried me through from job to job to job. I mean, that experience is how I got my role in drug safety, pharmacovigilance. From there, that's how I got into pharma, that's how I got into research, and that's why I'm in cancer research now. Every job that I have had since I got that medical assistant certification has literally stemmed from that certification. That certification has opened so many more doors for me. Now, obviously there are other things, like I do have a bachelor's, I do have a master's, but I genuinely, whenever I go into interviews, no one asks me about my bachelor's degree or what I learned. Nobody asks me about my master's degree. Everybody always asks about my medical assisting, my time as a medical assistant. I could not be more grateful that I did it. And if anybody is on the fence who wants to work in healthcare, if anybody's on the fence about whether or not they should go get a medical assistant certification or not, I believe you should. My medical assistant certification is the one thing that I would go back and I would do that all over again, because I feel as though if I would not have gotten that, I don't think I would have gotten opportunities that I have now. And even though I've pivoted away from patient-facing roles, it does still give me so much comfort knowing that I have that medical assistant certification in my back pocket should I need to use it. So if you aspire to work in healthcare, you want to be a physician, you want to be a PA, you want to be a nurse, you want to be a nurse practitioner, becoming a medical assistant first can only help you. It will only give you more opportunity. It'll put you in front of the right people. Overall, becoming a medical assistant puts you right where you need to be, which is in the healthcare environment, learning and soaking up as much information as you can, and preparing yourself for a long career in healthcare. So if you are on the fence about whether or not you want to get a medical assistant certification or not, listen to me and listen to me now. Do it. My name is Aniyah. I am a clinical medical assistant. I have a bachelor's in public health, a master's in healthcare administration, and I currently work in clinical research, clinical trials. I'm a clinical trial specialist in oncology. I am also a loving military spouse. I am a wife, and I am a lover, a follower of Jesus. If you are into that, hit that like button, leave me a comment down below, and subscribe to my channel so you can get more videos. XOXO, Aniyah.